So let us discuss the important point which I was saying, the point which is related to the temperature profile, right? So first case which I am going to take is left side temperature was T1, right side temperature was T2, and heat transfer is happening from left to right, and the thickness of that plate was L, and I am measuring X from left side. Okay, that is basically what I have considered. Okay, for the first case. And in that first case also we have two subdivisions. In that first subdivision, A subdivision, I am taking beta to be positive. Okay, we know that, right? Beta will be positive for something, beta will be negative for something. If beta becomes 0, what happens if beta becomes 0? Beta becomes 0 means it is not a function of temperature at all. K will be always equal to K0, so K will be always constant. Okay. Suppose if beta is positive, let us start analyzing it. If beta is positive, okay, if beta is positive, what will happen if I increase the temperature? Or let me talk in another way. What will happen if temperature is getting decreased? Because basically, we could see here, as X increases in this direction, okay, as X increases in this direction, as we are moving in this direction, temperature is decreasing, right? So, if temperature decreases, what's going to happen to K? Beta is positive. So, if temperature decreases, then automatically K will also get decreased. Am I right? And vice versa, if temperature is increased, K will also get increased. A basic concept, no much of a thing related to this. So, K value is going to decrease if temperature decreases. That is the point which I need to note here. And why I am saying this, because you could see here, as temperature is decreasing, okay, as temperature is decreasing in this direction, K value will also decrease in this direction. Okay, fine. Now, we know one more equation, Q is equal to minus Ka into dt by dx. And let me do one thing. I will take this minus and I will multiply it inside. I will take it inside. Okay, if I do that, Ka into minus dt by dx. Alright. So, here in this particular case, we know that is for this case A, we know that K is decreasing. Am I right? We know that K is decreases. We already know that this is constant because it's a steady state heat transfer. And we already know that area is also not changing. If area is not changing, then it indicates that K into this term, okay, K into this term has to be constant. So if K decreases, then this term has to increase. Am I right? This term has to increase. Then only the product will remain constant. It is something like this. See, 2 into 5 is equal to 10. Okay, where this 10 is Q. If I decrease this 2, okay, if I decrease this 2 to 1, then automatically this 5 should increase to 10, then only the product will remain constant. Am I right? So if I am decreasing one term, the other term should increase, then only the product will remain constant. So if K decreases, A is already constant. So this term, okay, this term has to increase. Okay, has to increase. So minus dt by dx increases. Negative value of dt by dx increases means dt by dx decreases. Okay, first let me just give it as a conclusion. So dt by dx decreasing. What is dt by dx? See, dt by dx is nothing but slope. Okay, so dt by dx is nothing but temperature gradient, which is nothing but the slope which is decreasing. But we need to note one point very clearly. See, for understanding this particular concept, you need to recollect slope. Okay, which in fact I already discussed, and I made a separate video about slope in basics video lecture. Okay, if you go to our courses, you will find out basic video lecture, basic free course. In that basics free course, you will find out you will find out slopes video separately, a slope video. It will be something like a 30 minutes video. You need to go through that, then only you will have a complete feel about slopes. Okay, right. So now, as of now, we found out dt by dx is decreasing, but what is actually this slope indicates? See, we have two different types of slope. If I climb down, suppose if this is some hill, okay, if I climb down the hill, then I will be calling it as negative slope. Okay, if I climb down the hill, I will be calling it as negative slope. If I climb up the hill, then I will be calling it as positive slope. Am I right? If I climb down the hill, it is called as negative slope, and if I climb up the hill, it is positive slope. Here we are getting dt by, so if I see dt by dx is decreasing, which means slope is decreasing. But observe here, we are climbing down, right? We are climbing down. T1 is greater than T2, so we are climbing down. We are climbing down, which means we are in negative slope. So slope is decreasing, that is fine. But what actually we need to do? We need to find out negative slope for finding out the curve. Okay, so which means minus of dt by dx, that is nothing but negative slope, and that negative slope is basically increasing. Okay, that negative slope is basically increasing, which means how I should get the curve? See, you need to recollect it. I'm not going to recollect it again. Please go to that slope video and recollect it. Okay, so negative slope increasing in the sense, when I am moving down, okay, when I am climbing down, slope should increase. Okay, when I am climbing down, slope should increase. Negative indicating I am climbing down. Slope increasing means when I am climbing down, slope should increase. So when I am climbing down, slope increases means initially the tangent should be horizontal and finally it should be vertical. I need to get something like this. Okay, I need to get something like this, which is nothing but convex curve. You could see that, right? It's a convex curve. Am I right? So this is for a case beta is positive and left side temperature is greater than right side temperature, and x was taken from left to right. I hope it's clear until now. Okay, so if you understood that negative slope, positive slope, the slope concept properly, then this is nothing. Okay, so don't expect me to say it again, because it will take around some half an hour or something to explain all the slopes concept again. I already made the video, so please go and refer it. It is available for free only, even though if you not registered for any other course, only for heat transfer also, you will have the access. You just go to the basics video and refer it. Okay, right. So dt by dx decreasing in the sense slope is decreasing, but here in our case we are climbing down. As you could see, temperature is decreasing, we are climbing down, which means minus negative of the slope is increasing. Okay, negative of the slope increasing means we are climbing down, so it is negative, and slope increasing, so for negative slope it should increase. So the tangent should change from horizontal to vertical, and all those things, tangent changing from horizontal to vertical, I already explained in that slope video. Okay, so now in case 1 itself, that is x is measured from left to right, temperature is decreasing from T1 to T2, heat transfer is happening in this direction. In case 1 itself, I'm going to take another case here, a sub case you can take, beta is negative. Okay, if beta becomes negative here, okay, if beta is negative, if I increase the temperature, what will happen to K? Okay, or else first, or let me write it with respect to increase. Okay, see, negative term is increasing, right? If negative term is increasing, then K value is going to decrease. Am I right? Something like this, K is equal to K naught into 1 minus 2T. Let us consider. Minus of 2T, so if T increases, negative term is increasing, so automatically K will decrease. Am I right? And if negative term decreases, then K value is automatically going to increase. So if T increases, K value is going to decrease, and if T decreases, K value is going to increase. Let us focus on this. Okay, why I am focusing on that? Because we already know, because in the direction of x, temperature is decreasing. Okay, so Q is equal to minus Ka into dt by dx. Am I right? I can write it as Ka into minus dt by dx. Now focus. Q is constant, which we know already because it is a steady state heat transfer. K value increasing. So product of K and minus dt by dx, that product has to be equal to a constant. If K is increasing, then automatically this term, okay, this term has to decrease. Am I right? This term has to decrease. If this term decreases, then only the product will remain constant. Okay, so that is the concept. So minus dt by dx, which means negative slope. Okay, negative slope is decreasing. Okay, then my slope is going to increasing. Okay, so dt by dx is increasing, that is fine. Now for plotting this, we know that we are climbing down. Okay, we are climbing down, which means negative direction, we are climbing down. That negative slope is decreasing, which means the tangent should vary from vertical to horizontal. Okay, the tangent should vary from vertical to horizontal. Okay, so then my curve will look something like this. So this is looking like a concave curve, right? Concave curve, which when we are going to keep beta negative. Okay, now what about beta is 0? What if beta is 0? We already know if beta becomes 0, then it's going to be a linear curve. Okay, then it's going to be a linear curve. So if I want to write it down, okay, so if I want to write down the cases for these things, for this particular first case, if beta is positive, okay, and beta is 0 and beta is negative, okay, what type of curve I will be getting? For beta positive, I am getting a convex curve. Okay, and what about dt by dx? For beta positive, what I got? Negative slope is increasing, so dt by dx will be decreasing. I hope you could recollect it. Okay, and beta becomes 0, it is linear. And what about the slope? dt by dx, it is constant, right? For linear curve, we know slope is constant. Again, recollect it, please. Okay, so dt, or else if you just recollect it from the previous expression also, we got dt by dx to be constant. Or else if you recollect from the slopes concept, we know for a linear curve, for a straight line, slope is constant. Okay, please watch that video of slopes, then you will have more clarity. Beta becomes negative, we are getting concave curve. And what about dt by dx? dt by dx is increasing. Negative slope is decreasing, but dt by dx will be increasing. So let us proceed with the next case. Okay, so here second case, and in the second case I am going to consider a plane slab where the temperature is increasing from T1 to T2. Okay, and I am considering this is my x direction. From left hand it is my x direction, but obviously we know even though if I consider x in this direction, q has to move in opposite direction. Am I right? So right, first let us start with the case A. Okay, again case A, which is beta is equal to positive. If beta is positive, then what happens? Very simple and straightforward. If temperature increases, then automatically K is going to increase. Right. This is fine, not at all a problem. But now, whatever I'm going to discuss now, that is a major mistake point. Okay, or a point where there is a huge possibility for many students to do mistake or to say the wrong answer. If suppose they are going to ask this question in some MCQ. Okay, suppose they given you this diagram, and suppose let us consider they given you this diagram. They are asking dt by dx is dash. Consider beta to be positive. Okay, consider beta to be positive. Option A, option B, option C, option D, none. Constant. Okay, decreases. Okay, increases. Let us consider these things. Okay, these things. What will be your answer? Let me first do it. Okay, so Q is equal to, we did two cases, so I hope that there won't be any confusion in the next step which I'm going to do. Q is equal to minus Ka into dt by dx, and I will take this minus sign inside. Okay, I will make Ka into minus dt by dx. Okay, and now we know that in the direction of x, temperature is increasing, so automatically K is going to increase, so this term is going to decrease. If that term is going to decrease, then dt by dx is going to increase. Am I right? Here K increases, right? So this term is going to decrease, so dt by dx is going to increase. So your answer is going to be option A. But one thing which I wanted to share with you is, majority of the time option A will be a trap. I'm not saying that always it will be a trap, but majority of the time it will be a trap. Okay, so here also option A is a trap. It is not correct, because we have done one conceptual mistake, I could say, or we have done one mistake which we should have not done it, because I explained that thing repeatedly again and again when I was explaining before. Okay, what is that? Listen to me carefully. Q is equal to minus Ka into dt by dx, right? But this minus sign is introduced into Fourier's law because dt by dx will be negative. Temperature gradient will be negative, and because of that only I am introducing minus sign. So the product will be positive. Am I right? But what about temperature gradient in this particular case? X is this direction, X is in this direction. So in the direction of X, temperature is increasing. So dt, change in the temperature with respect to X, in the direction of X, in the same direction of X, if I consider the temperature, it is increasing, which means dt by dx will be positive. What I meant to say, if I want to explain it in a very layman's language, something like this. Change in temperature, okay, change in temperature is also final minus initial. So higher value minus lower value is going to be positive. Dx, okay, that is also going to be positive. So positive by positive is going to be positive. So dt by dx is going to be positive. Or if you understood it in this way itself, which I said before, x direction, in the direction of x, temperature is increasing only. So automatically we know that, what is that? Automatically we know dt by dx is positive. Or forget about it. What type of slope it is? It's a positive slope, right? We are climbing up. So dt by dx will be positive. I hope you are getting my point. So anyway, you understood this point carefully. Dt by dx will be positive because simple way, in x direction temperature is increasing, so dt by dx will be positive. Since dt by dx is already positive, okay, dt by dx is already positive, why I need to put this negative sign? I don't need it. Because if I put negative sign, then q will become negative. I hope you are getting my point. If you say that, sir, q will be negative only, right? Because q is moving in opposite direction. Of course, q will be negative. Then what you need to do? You need to put minus here and minus here also. Unnecessary confusion, leave it, okay? So what is that thing which I wanted to say? I need to introduce this minus sign only if dt by dx is negative, but here dt by dx is positive, so this minus sign should not be given, which indicates k is increasing means dt by dx is decreasing, okay? dt by dx is decreasing, so option A is wrong, option B is correct. A very good question, in fact. Okay, if they wanted to ask questions like that, they can ask. Okay, so be very cautious when you're answering it. So how the curve will look? See, dt by dx, positive slope. Positive slope is decreasing, which means the curve should vary from vertical to horizontal. So vertical to horizontal, right? Am I right? Vertical to horizontal. So that is, tangent should be vertical to horizontal. So it's going to be like this. Okay, so which means it is, again I'm going to get convex only, but in another way. Okay, it's going to be convex only when beta is positive, but only one change, dt by dx is decreasing here. Please, I don't know whether you are comfortable with this concept. You need to be comfortable with this concept by understanding the slope. If you are okay with the slope, then this is nothing, okay, honestly. Okay, so let us proceed to the last case. So finally, case B in case of 2, okay, that is sub case. Okay, beta is negative. If beta is negative, what will happen to temperature? That is, if beta is negative, if I increase the temperature, what will happen? If I increase the temperature, negative value is increasing, so K will decrease. Am I right? Negative value is increasing, so K will automatically decrease. So again, Q is equal to minus Ka into dt by dx. Am I right? Is my equation right? Please don't do this mistake. In the direction of x, temperature is increasing, so dt by dx will be positive, so it's going to be plus. Okay, so dt by dx is going to be positive, but we don't know whether it is increasing or decreasing. That we can find out. Okay, so K is decreasing. We know Q is constant. So if K decreases, then dt by dx has to increase. Then only the product will remain constant. The same concept I was repeating it again and again. I hope there won't be any issues. So dt by dx increasing. Okay, so please take care of these things. It's not that easy for you to understand it by reading. Okay, just by reading some books or just by going through some notes, you won't understand it. Okay, it will confuse you more only. Okay, right, what I was saying, d by dx increases in the sense slope is increasing, which means initially the tangent should be horizontal, finally it should be vertical. So this is how it varies. So it is again concave, which means beta is for beta negative. And again, if beta is 0, how I will get? I'll be getting something like this. Okay, this is linear beta 0. If you want, you just put the table as I did in case of first case also. Okay.